Hey guys, it's Jennie with the Wolek Group, Keller Williams Realty. I am so excited and here today with my friend Chris Padley with Gateway Mortgage. I wanted to feature Chris and share all the great things that he does to help our clients get to the closing table with less stress and a happy home experience. So, Chris, thank you so much. Just introduce yourself and share who you are and what you do. And then we can chat a little bit about what's going on in the mortgage world these days.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. Again, Chris Padley, Gateway Mortgage. I've been in the mortgage business in Tulsa for almost 20 years now. I have an awesome team here at Gateway to help make sure that we make sure it's always a smooth process. Our main thing on my team we focus on is the communication piece. And having done this for 20 years, I know how to do a mortgage, but can we properly communicate to you and to the client to make sure that everybody knows exactly what's going on through the entire phase of the mortgage process? Because it can be daunting. There's a lot of moving pieces. And if you don't hear from me for a week or so, you start wondering is there something going wrong? I know because I've had mortgage experience because I can't do my own mortgage, but I do a loan elsewhere or whatnot. I'm like, I know it's good, but like, is it really? Somebody tell me what's going on. So I've used my past experiences of my own to make sure that I don't do that. We want to communicate proactively to everybody all the way through the process so that nobody ever worries that there's something wrong, because typically there's not. We just need to make sure that you know exactly what's going on if there's anything we need or whatnot. So that's a huge piece of what we want to do, is make sure that everybody always knows what's going on during the whole process.
Your team is so good at that. You're always giving weekly updates. No client ever is questioning the process. So thank you for that communication, because we know that it's key. And we still have buyers, either leads or referrals, that we get in contact with sometimes that are still kind of on the fence about whether right now is a good time to buy. Prices are high when you're buying a home right now, higher than they were last year by quite a bit. So they fear that they should just wait it out. But what would that look like for someone with the world today? And what could that do for someone's money?
From my side of the business, my fear about the wait it out and see is that I feel like we're going to get more increase in the interest rate than we're going to see pullback on prices. And so, for example, like right now, if you're looking at, let's say, a $250,000 loan, and we're looking at today's rates, but we wait it out, we wait and see, and then rates are a point higher, which is not going to take much for that to happen. That's not even quite where we were before COVID. So my guess is we're going to start, at some point getting back to a more normal interest rate. A point higher on a $250,000 loan is going to have you paying $140 more per month for that same property on your mortgage.
Which isn't much.
What's that?
Which isn't much for most people. That's like cutting back on the Starbucks and stuff, right?
Right. You could. Absolutely. But, if you're looking at, do I buy today or do I buy a year from now the same price, I'd rather pay the lower interest rate.
Right.
Or if you're really looking at affordability, like this is the most I can afford, and the rates go up a point, that same scenario has you buying $30,000 less house if you really have a budget you're trying to stick to.
Right. And from our perspective, when helping a client choose a home where they want to, be with their family and live for many years and create memories, that price difference can make a huge difference in the home that they get.
No doubt. Absolutely. And everybody, whether it's the max you can qualify for, or it's just the max that you want to pay per month. Right. Everybody has a budget in their own head of what they want to hit. And this doesn't just apply to, the $200,000 price point. If you're buying, a $550,000 mortgage, that same 1 point increase in interest rate is going to cost you $300 a month on your mortgage payment, or it's going to cost you about $65,000 in less house. If the rates go up by just 1 point, and it wasn't maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, where rates were over a point higher than where they are currently.
Right.
So we'll get back there. It's going to happen. And so even with the prices of houses being slightly more than they were, I still think because the rates are so low, now is still a good time.
Well, now, Chris, something we talk about as a team is, we're getting into sometimes we see some seasonality in our real estate market, and you probably do too in your business as well. And as we get toward, the end of a year, some real estate business does slow down a little bit. Now, we've been very interesting over the past couple of years, so we'll see how this one plays out. We don't have a crystal ball, but whenever it's less busy in the real estate market, that's even better time for a buyer to hop in, wouldn't you say?
I absolutely agree. I think the downtimes are the times to take advantage because you're naturally going to have less competition. If you're in a competitive environment like we are right now, if there's potentially fewer buyers in that market, that's when I want to get in so that maybe my offer does have a better chance of getting accepted.
We're seeing that on our team. Every day we talk about it together. We talk about how it seems that some showings have slowed down a little bit. Multiple offers have slowed down a little bit. So if you're buying a home right now today, what would your numbers look like? I mean, I know you can't quote what the rates may be next week or even tomorrow, but for right now, what are we looking at?
As far as
interest
exactly?
Rates and
Well, I mean, rates vary wildly depending on the type of loan we're looking at, but 30-year rates are in the low threes right now.
Right.
And so it's just insane given that, I know we just talked about this year's our first houses were at 7.5% interest. Just like I said, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was doing loans for people at 4.75. And that was the good going rate. And so right now is still phenomenal.
Well, here's the deal. It's always a good time to invest in real estate. And you're never going to be upside down or have a loss until you sell that property. And over time, we know that values will increase, right? I mean, Absolutely. Is it ever a bad time to invest in real estate in your mind?
I don't think so. No, I think it's always good. And because I don't have any clients that end up upside down when I'm refinancing them or they're buying their next house. I haven't seen it, not in our market. So right. No, I think it's great.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you. You're always such a great partner in helping our clients. Like I said, how can people reach out to you if they're just curious about maybe getting a mortgage now or waiting till later, maybe starting the process, working on credit, or even just a refi to get their interest rate down lower? What's the best way they can get you?
Easiest way to get all my contact information is just go to chrispadley.com. All my contact information is there, including the link for the online application.
Super easy. I've worked with you recently. It was easy breezy. So grateful for that. You're amazing. We love you.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you later, Chris.
Great.
Bye, guys.